Yellowstone has become such a fan favorite on Paramount Plus that it's getting its own spin-offs in a shared neo-Western universe. The latest prequel show, 1923, will center on the next generation of Duttons, portrayed by Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. It will highlight the family's struggle with lawlessness and prohibition, cattle theft, and surviving a historic drought during Montana's economic depression. In this video, we'll run down all the details about Yellowstone's prequel show, 1923. First up, the Yellowstone prequel spin-off 1923 might have 2 seasons. The original Yellowstone show is ready to take off, with Season 5 releasing on November 13th on the Paramount Network. The popular show is set to roll out episodes weekly after its special 2-hour-long premiere. Apart from this, Yellowstone has expanded its own universe with a Western drama plot highlighting the struggles of a widower holding on to his family ranch. The show reached popularity and grabbed big ratings for Paramount, so you can guess what happened next. The mastermind behind Yellowstone, Taylor Sheridan, and the company decided to explore the history of the Duttons with prequel spin-offs. They went back to the first generation of the family who settled down in Montana. With their first 1883 spin-off, they obviously couldn't explore the Dutton history in depth, and so there was another spin-off announced, 1923. At first, it was supposed to have only 1 season, but it's been revealed that the creator needed more than that to unfold the history of the first family. Deadline has announced that the director received a thumbs up from MTV Entertainment Studios, and so 1923 will have 2 seasons. The show will feature the handsome Harrison Ford as Jacob Dutton and Helen Mirren as Cara Dutton. Boy, does this sound exciting, or what? The prequel series will center on the next generation of the Dutton family, who are tackling early 20th century issues like droughts, pandemics, the end of Prohibition, and the Great Depression in Montana. Up next, when will 1923 premiere? At first, we only knew that it would release sometime in December, but Deadline has revealed an official date for the prequel show's premiere, and we're happy to announce that 1923 will be aired on Sunday, December 18th on Paramount Plus in the US as well as Canada. UK and Australian fans can catch the anticipated show's premiere the very next day on Monday, December 19th. The first season will have 8 episodes, and so will the second season, with the original show releasing its 5th season episodes weekly in November and 1923 premiering in December. You'll catch us right on our couch watching the popular show. Coming up, this show will probably be the darkest in the Yellowstone universe. The upcoming neo-Western drama will touch on some tough times Montana faced. The producers of the show assured fans that they'll show the family living through the period of Prohibition and the Great Depression. So, if you connect the dots, you can expect 1923 to be the darkest spin-off show in Yellowstone's ever-expanding universe. The plot of the show hasn't been revealed entirely, but from what we've guessed, it'll touch on the state's history and what exactly the Duttons did to own the family ranch and expand it. First thing, it survived a horrible drought from 1917 to 1927, which led to economic depression. Yep, the state went through the Great Depression a decade earlier than the rest of the U.S. Native people and those who called Montana their home, like the Duttons, lost all crops because of the drought, and they also had no life savings. That's when they probably turned to smuggle alcohol. Initially, the prequel show was titled 1932 and would have explored the events of that time, but the showrunners changed it to 1923 to address the family during the era of Prohibition. So how the family managed to efficiently strengthen their roots in the Yellowstone family ranch and also ran their cattle business during the terrible drought is something we're super curious to watch. These events have laid out a devastating plot that will excite audiences. Following up, who's starring in the show? The cast of the second Yellowstone prequel is star-studded, with several talented actors. At first, fans speculated that the two will portray older versions of James and Margaret Dutton, the very first ones from 1883. The show's creators shut the rumors down. So apart from the family patriarch Jacob and matriarch Cara, played by Harrison and Helen, we'll also meet other family members in the show. Jacob's ranch assistant and nephew, John Sr., will be played by James Badge Dale. This character was a little boy in 1883, but is all grown up now and has a wife called Emma, played by Marley Shelton. The two have been blessed with a son, Jack Dutton, played by Darren Mann. He's going to be the first member of the previously absent third-generation Dutton. We'll finally meet on screen. We'll also meet John Sr.'s brother Spencer on the show. Brendan Sklender is playing Spencer. Robert Patrick of Terminator 2 will portray Sheriff William McDowell, a friend of the family and the local lawman. Jerome Flynn, who played Bronn in HBO's popular Game of Thrones series, will play the leader of the local sheepmen, a Scotsman, Banner Creighton. It has also been revealed that Timothy Dalton has joined the cast of 1923 and is set to play a powerful man known as Donald Whitfield. Variety pointed out that his character is intimidating. Another new new addition to the cast is Jennifer L., who will play Sister Mary O'Connor, an Irish nun. Michelle Randolph, Amina Neves, Brian Garrity, and Julia Schliffer are also a part of the show's cast. Not to mention, 1923 could become more popular than Yellowstone or 1883. No doubt the next gen of the Duttons in 1923 faced greater challenges than anyone in Yellowstone. It's this reason why the show could gain more popularity than its original or prequel show. Because of the timeline, the show is ready to unfold a complicated and engrossing story which is also going to be way darker. To do so, they picked out a talented cast combining film legends with television veterans. With an original show and a spin-off already out in the world, 1923 will have a very cruel setting. How exactly did they transform from the original settlers to Yellowstone's scheming politicians? The show can explore so much of Dutton's history for future seasons. It's also getting obvious that the main show's season 5 could be the original's last. It could be the perfect ending to the popular show, which became the highest-rated cable episode in 2017 with Yellowstone's season 4 finale. 1923 can also be the best medium to continue moving on with the story if the curtains close on the original show. The creators can add as many seasons as they need to explore the family living on their ranch through different periods in the beautiful valleys of Montana. Next up, there's also a present-day spin-off in the works, and it'll focus on the 4-6's Ranch in Texas, which is more commonly known as 6666. The first prequel, 1883, strengthened the roots of the Yellowstone Dutton Ranch in Montana's stunning mountains and valleys. But 6666 will reveal more about the 4-6's Ranch. There's no news of whether it will be set in the same timeline as Yellowstone. It's also unclear whether it will depict the tale of how the 4-6's came to be. Since the universe keeps expanding, fans will have no choice but to tune in to 6666. Paramount Plus only shared a few details in a press regarding Yellowstone 6666. The network revealed, founded when Comanches still ruled West Texas. No ranch in America is more steeped in the history of the West than the 6666. Still operating as it did 2 centuries before and encompassing an entire county, the 6666 is where the rule of law and the laws of nature merge in a place where the most dangerous thing one does is the next thing. While there haven't been any announcement from the streaming platform about the release of the next prequel, it will most likely be released in 2023, since Taylor's schedule for 2022 is pretty packed. So, dear Dutton fans, sit patiently. Moving on, Taylor Sheridan is looking to depict the Duttons in the 1940s and 1960s. Taylor Sheridan is so invested in the Dutton Family Ranch series that he has ideas constantly flowing. Deadline has reported that the director is considering mapping out 2 different prequel series. What will they cover? How the family struggled to hold on to the ranch during the 1940s and 1960s. He's planning to visit the family during the 40s and 60s. Finally, why does Yellowstone have so many spin-offs? There are so many spin-offs of the show. It's human nature to wonder why the director keeps expanding the universe. The show is a hit for Paramount, and each season brings in even more viewers than the previous one. Season 4's finale episode smashed the record of the highest-rated cable episode since The Walking Dead in 2017. The first prequel show, 1883, became the most-watched series on the online platform globally, so you can imagine how many people will be tuning in to watch how different generations of the Dutton family protected their ranch. The audience is interested, so naturally, the network wants to hold on to that. That's a wrap for this video. Are you excited for 1923 to premiere? What are your thoughts on the other prequel shows? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.